Saturday. I felt like Saturday, and this will kind of why don't we let's just officially kick it
Let's
off.
fire this up.
Saturday, I felt like I won like multiple times because the Mrs. Michigan won at noon. Notre Dame wins in the green at 3:30. Penn
Winning
State,
in green is a big deal.
Penn State loses to UCLA.
They're still a team. They still have a football program.
They lose to UCLA during the 3:30 hour. Texas loses. Florida State loses. Iowa State loses. Vanderbilt loses. So Notre Dame very quickly now 17 in the AP poll. Things are looking really good. If we do our job, now granted, again, we have to do our job, but Notre Dame in a good spot. Jason in the comments here, he says, no way in hell you picked. No, absolutely did not pick UCLA. But as a Notre Dame fan living in Penn State country my entire life, I will celebrate Penn State losing to UCLA like I picked it. And you can guarantee that.
You did hint at it.
So, yeah. So
because you locked, you did a lock and you referenced Penn State first during your lock.
Yeah, my lock of the week last week was that a top 10 opponent or top 10 team would lose to an unranked opponent. So I think it started with Penn State playing UCLA. There's a couple others in there. There was like 3 or 4 games. Texas, of course, losing to losing on Saturday as well. So I think I had 2 of the 4 games. I had 50% of them. So I did lock that up.
You almost locked 2.
I did almost lock 2.
I think you locked 2.
Yeah, the week before I had done the top 15 team would lose, and that didn't happen. It almost happened to multiple. So I doubled down, went with a shorter sample, and I got it right this week. Jason here, he says, I think even if Gators lose 4 games, if they go 8-4, they're a playoff team. No, they are not.
I don't think anybody's going to be 8-4.
No, I don't think so. It especially, and I think it's given kind of the volatility of the games that they have lost as well. Because right now they're not even in the top 25, right? No, they are not. So yeah,
that'd be a huge climb.
They are, yeah, they're fighting a battle. I don't think that they get in.
I mean, they would need some big games on their schedule yet to win.
Yeah, let's look at their remaining schedule here.
Strength of schedule's good, but not once you've lost them.
So they have Texas A&M this week. Then they have Mississippi State, Georgia, Kentucky, Ole Miss, Tennessee, Florida State. And they are at
Tennessee and Florida State, if they're both competitive to that point, would be decent games to play. There you go.
So they're 2 and 3. You can only lose one more. So let's just pretend that you lose to your highest ranked opponent that's left, and currently that's Ole Miss. So that would involve beating number 5 Texas A&M, number 10 Georgia, number 12 Tennessee, and number currently 25 Florida State. So, I mean, yeah, I guess if you're knocking off 4 current top 25 opponents,
right,
you'll probably find your way in. But I don't.
I would say if you're sure of it, put money on it, because the odds on that have to be insane.
Yeah.
I would imagine the betting, you could probably lay down $20 and make a good bit of change on that particular bet.
Yeah.
The odds have to be really in your favor there.
I'd like to know what the actual odds are for Florida to make the
because strength of schedule is great and all, but I mean, Miami, you can't really hang a strength of schedule there because you got pounded by them. You know what I mean? It's not like an LSU, you got beat. I mean, I guess you could be like, well, it's kind of on the Notre Dame hat right now, where it's like, well, we lost to 2 really good teams by very few points, but
right.
Miami smoked you. I mean, that was 3 scores. Beating Texas is looking less exciting. We'll see how they finish their season out. That loss to South Florida is going to be absolutely crippling. Now, South Florida keeps winning and winds up ranked and possibly in the playoff. I guess that looks a little better, but it's real hard when you're starting to be like giving credit to the losses. Like, you know, that you can, like, these were good teams, but like ultimately in a tiebreaker situation, if someone goes, yeah, but you lost, you don't really have like, you don't really have much else. You know, like this other team beat those teams. You're like, oh, right. Yeah, I guess they're better. But hey, why not? I guess I've seen crazier things. But for Gators have a better chance than Penn State, probably.
I would agree.
But I'd put them both somewhere near none.
Almost
I
zero. Yeah.
Because
Penn
Notre
State
Dame's
has
not
less.
locked. Like Notre Dame is like sitting at 2 losses. If they win out, I'd like to think they're in based on all the other teams that keep falling. But I mean, with 2 losses, you know,
I don't at this point. I don't see how Notre Dame wouldn't get in at 10.
If they just win out and then just
like I don't think they can afford to lose, especially with what's left on their schedule.
Even if it's the USC, if you lose that game, you're toast.
But like, I mean, so even the teams above them, like Oregon and Indiana play this weekend. That's Alabama, true. Georgia, LSU, Tennessee, Missouri. There's combinations of those teams that are going to have to play.
Alabama, Missouri play.
They play this weekend. So yeah,
teams are going to start falling. Yeah.
If you really want to argue the semantics of it, I would say that yes, the Florida Gators probably have a better chance of making the playoff at this point because they have more.
Oh, and he did let us know South Florida did creep in at 24. I don't know if I ever checked the whole list.
Oh yes,
I saw the initial AP, and I usually check out the top 10 or 15, see where we are. And then because to this point, I don't try to get too excited about any given thing because it's all fluid and everybody's going to play each other and it's nonsense. But good to see him on the rankings there. Good for South Florida right here in sunny St. Pete. Good times.
But Sean, let's kick it off. What is your best of the week from this past week?
Well, it'd be real easy to pick one of those, any of the teams that pulled off the upsets. I mean, the fact that UCLA gets to celebrate a football victory is that's got to be super exciting for them. Hopefully the campus is okay.
Hopefully.
And if not, no one will notice. So that's great. But I'm going to hang in the NFL. You got a couple options. Like I could go with my lock of the week last week, which also was successful when I guaranteed Jacksonville to win over the Kansas City Chiefs, and good for them. Game script didn't go exactly how I thought, but I thought that they found themselves in a situation where they were getting outplayed, which I did not necessarily see, and still be in the game, and they took advantage. And any of the low ball teams that found a way to win, also exciting. And one of those teams is going to get it, and I think I'm going to actually give it to kind of a middle of the pack team that finally kind of overcame a hump. I'm going to hand it to Drake May and the New England Patriots.
There you go.
I'm going to say, go into Buffalo in the white jerseys that everyone was excited for, and I apparently was the only one that wound up disappointed in the jerseys. Thought they looked just off. And I'm like, maybe if they unveiled them later in the season when it was snowing, maybe I'd have been more excited. Josh Allen wouldn't have been. He's like, I can't see these guys. Why did we design these? But I just did something with the silver. But what I did like is every time, and it wasn't near as high scoring as I expected.
No.
It was a much tougher defensive game. And to New England's credit, they played good enough defense to allow Drake May and the offense to take some time. And I thought they played a great game. And he had a nice drive at the end of the game to clinch the thing. And, that's not an easy place to do that as a division rival. And, Drake May gets to hang his hat on a division win. That is probably one of the bigger ones of his young career. So good for Drake May, good for New England. That's my best of the week.
Yeah, it's a great win for them. A best of the week, not football related. The NHL back tonight, opening night of the NHL season. So we're off and rolling from now till April. So welcome back, hockey.
This just in, the Flyers already mathematically eliminated.
Yes, well, it was
already out.
It was it was bound to happen.
We had a good run.
Just
had a real great
continue the week of suffering for the
real great run.
for
Also,
the
open goalie tryouts next week if you want to.
for Philadelphia sports. Sixers were eliminated last week.
Sixers, yeah, they're
before
already
camp
out.
even opened. But yeah, I mean the chaos machine running rampant in college football with the 5 top 16 teams going down. But mine and Jason actually has it in the comments here as well. Titans down 21-3 to the Arizona Cardinals, finding a way to come back. Cam Ward getting his first victory of his career.
Yeah, very excited for Cam Ward.
The Titans getting their first win. And the crazy part is, I don't know if that game says more about the Titans or more about the Cardinals.
I think it says a lot about both.
Yeah, like the Titans,
states of the franchise. Yeah,
Titans not good but scrappy.
Scrappy, built well in the right places, and
the
kind of team where kind of like Jacksonville did in the second half. Like if you put them in a position to take advantage of some miscues, they're maybe capable of doing that. Are they, going to cause them on their own? Well, that's yet to be seen. But a little confidence builder for them. That's nice.
Right. They feel like they're going to be one of those teams that just is going to be a hard out a lot of weeks. So
with that dropping the ball before you hit the goal line, like when is that going to stop?
How Mike checking in from
hey Mikey.
Yeah, man, and it's happened every week, and I love Notre Dame fans.
Did I miss the Bengals for my best of the week? Did I miss them?
Well, they got Joe Flacco. They got elite quarterback finally. Not the Joe they wanted, but the Joe they got.
Saw a great meme of just Joe Flacco with the Thanos glove on. He's just collecting AFC North jerseys like they're Infinity Stones.
Oh my gosh! The last stone is Pittsburgh.
The last stone is Pittsburgh. Amazing. He's going to have to go there.
He has to. He has to
now. I don't care if you're 50 years old. You got to do it.
Let's do it. Well, they signed Aaron Rodgers, so why not?
See.
But yeah, it seems like they're going to be one of those teams. But the dropping the ball, and I love that, like, Notre Dame fans shared the clip of Jeremiah Love from the Indiana game last year, running through the end zone with the ball, still like cradled when he gets to the back of the, like, that's how it's done. Like Dan Patrick said it on Monday. He said, if I was an NFL coach at this point, and I would put an edict out, or a general manager or owner, I would put an edict out across my team and said, if any of you, like, you cross the goal line, you do one of two things with the ball. You give it to the official in the back of the end zone, or you bring it to the sideline and give it to the equipment guy. Otherwise, you're getting fined.
It's just, I love the fun league. I love the celebrations. I love all that.
Yes.
But you have to score first.
Right. Don't celebrate. Don't spike until you get to the back.
It's like
of
the show.
Zone.
And as a coach, it's the showboating going in. It's the high stepping. It's the whatever. And I get it. It's exciting, but that ups the risk that you're just going to drop it early because you think you're
right.
What's the point?
Right. Like, and I get, like, you're excited. You're probably just, and I mean, not only was that ball fumbled, like, that ball was almost like just knocked out. Like, I mean, he almost had that ball knocked out at the 2 because he's just not protecting it. It's just, man, there's
almost got Don Beebe'd.
Fundamentals.
Yeah, pretty embarrassing. I think. I think it's as embarrassing of a collapse for Arizona as it is a huge win for Tennessee. But you were in the right place at the right time. So
yeah, absolutely. But so that Jason has a couple here talking about the like the Chiefs being more of a letdown than the Ravens, because Devin said his best of the week was the Chiefs losing to the Jaguars.
Very good best of the week.
I mean, here's the thing: that the Chiefs still feel like they have life. They're not great. A loss like last night was.
I think it's more of a situation. It just hasn't gone great. Like, yeah. I don't know if it's like I don't know if you're not going to sell me yet on like they're not.
I'm not saying they're bad. I'm saying the Ravens are bad, and we'll get to that later. But the Chiefs feel like the Chiefs feel like they can flip a switch.
Well, and when you got injuries happening in Los Angeles, you have a little bit of disarray and couple real squirrely losses by the Chargers to kind of keep the Chiefs within earshot, and the Raiders, they're sputtering.
Stink.
You know, and I mean Denver went into Philadelphia. Won a guy. I mean to me, you know, but they're beatable. I mean they didn't play a great game against Tennessee. You know, Nix does still make mistakes. He's still a kid, so. Yeah, I mean, as long as you can move the ball against Denver, you know, and you're not afraid to play them, I mean, those are the ones you're going to want to win. Is going to be those couple you got coming up against the Broncos, but then again, the Chiefs have the Lions. They have a pretty good Lions team.
Yeah,
next,
yeah, you know, because like that was kind of the debate with a lot of people is you know, are the Chiefs good? You know, the Chiefs are about to, you know, we thought Chiefs are about to be 3-2. And it's like I still don't necessarily buy that they're back. Like, do something against
right. Like if they go 3-3 into, you know, if they go to 3-2, go to lose, even if they lose to Detroit before they get Rice back and
competitive at least,
you know, and but it's like 3-3. That's more realistic, I think. Looking forward, you'll get Ray Rice or Rashee Rice back. You know, Xavier Worthy's healthy now; he's hitting his stride. You got. You know, the new T Swift album is out. You know, that's
I think Travis caught a touchdown, so he's
all that.
You know, he's getting back online.
But man, yeah, I don't believe they're out because you know, I was talking to some buddies today and just like name the other wild card teams in the AFC. Like, and I don't know that there's a ton really pushing, you know, they might not win their division. Like they might fall short of the Broncos or the Chargers, but saying that they have no shot to be in as a wild card would be
especially in
would be silly.
Especially in an AFC picture that's pretty bleak right now.
Yeah.
If we're being
if the playoffs started today, your number one seed would be the Indianapolis Colts. Just so Danny Dimes would get to take a week off.
And the New York Giants just lost to the Saints, so enjoy that, Giants fans.
Yeah, one of my favorite internet posts of the weekend was a guy that's like, I'm a Giants fan, and I'm trying to explain to my girlfriend that we just lost to the worst team in football. And she said, I thought the Giants were the worst team in football.
Well, no.
I was like, well, now it's up for debate.
No, that's also the Jets. So
the goddamn Jets.
So
yeah, if there's a city having a worse weekend in sports than Philadelphia, it might be New York.
Well, I was gonna say, because the Mets are already out.
Couldn't happen to a better place.
Obviously the Jets and Giants stink. The Yankees are just getting blasted. Although right now, only 2-1 in the top of the third, but the Blue Jays have 2 on with the guy at the plate and only 1 out. So
that grand slam in the game,
God.
It was one of the best
baseball
video clips. Man, that was one of the best baseball video clips from the crowd reactions to his reaction to the team. The whole thing was like
that's electric, man.
It was like Joe Carter 93. Like that city went nuts and really set a tone for the series. So I don't I would argue that the Phillies have a better chance at 3 games than the Yankees do.
Oh, I would absolutely agree.
Like I think the Phillies at least kept it sort of close, and if your bats can wake up, you're
right.
Okay.
If the Phillies start hitting, they're in both of those games.
Yeah.
The Yankees have not been in either of those games.
No.
So, oh boy, and then he just fly ball to the outfield, dropped.
God.
3-1 Blue Jays. All right, so that's going to wrap up our bests of the week. Thank you for bringing those in the comments as well.